Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Weirdo Watchlist Podcast, the podcast that's slightly off. I am your host, Mikey, and that is your other host, Sam. Sam, I've finished my technical difficulties, and now we can start the show.
Yay, let's hope there is no issues with this episode.
I am clenching
Everything.
Hell yeah. I swear to God, if something else goes wrong, I'll cry.
You can't clench anymore.
I can't clench any harder.
You will implode.
Yeah.
So you got back from the theater just recently.
I did, a couple hours ago.
You went and saw Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
I did. Very hotly anticipated movie of the back half of the summer for me.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught it. What did you think?
I really loved it. I've been just like sitting with it for the past couple hours, and I really do think I love it a lot.
Yeah. I didn't really stop thinking about it for quite a few days. Still, I guess it was probably like 4 or 5 days ago I watched it. So good. And as we both love their last movie, TV Glow. Not a huge surprise that we're both gonna like this one, but god damn, was it so good. It's so interesting. I mean, fucking it's a movie, and like it almost feels like so documentary about like the history of just the horror movies and the queerness in horror movies. It almost feels that rich in like the culture.
Yeah,
I love it.
And like
fucking can just really craft something that makes me want to watch shit on VHS. You know, it has this nostalgic vibe, like baked at its core. I don't know how they do it. It's fucking very impressive.
Yeah, and it's like there's so many like layers to it too, beyond just it being like a meta commentary on like sequels and reboots and all that. It like cracks a few jabs at like wokeism in franchise filmmaking, just like hiring like a queer director so you can like revitalize it, update it for a modern audience because the other old ones are like problematic. And then it feels like when Gillian Anderson and Chris, that's her name, right? Yeah, Chris, are like watching the original Miasma, and like she leans over, is like, this part's transphobic, and like it's like, shut up. I kind of feel like that's kind of leading credence to like, yeah, just like, of course these movies are gonna have issues. They were made back in the 80s when nobody fucking knew anything. Right. You know, and like half the time they're not even like trying to be that way. It just happened to be that way.
Right. Yeah, so her whole thing that you're thinking too academically about the movies. You need to feel it.
Yeah.
You know, that it's
like
just...
it's all about, it's like the movies are like, the Camp Miasma movies are about two things: flesh and fluid. And that's it. Nothing like deeper than that, especially like, yeah, like back in like those Friday the 13th days, they're just about seeing titties and heads getting chopped off.
When those movies were coming out and you're going through, you know, puberty, I was born in 92. So my 90s, I was a young child, and I was renting VHS tapes that I shouldn't have. And all this problematic stuff, all this, you know, any of it, it was what I cut my teeth on while I was going through puberty, you know what I mean? So, like, some of it feels a little bit like, looking back at it, almost like, oh, what the fuck, you know? But this movie kind of like, I feel like it all culminates. Wowzers. To this, like, you know, opening yourself up to that, and like allowing yourself to feel the way you feel, even if it is not so in line with who you are deep, you know, as a person. You know, allowing some of the shameful stuff that comes with that, whether it's queerness or anything, letting that kind of just be what it is, and maybe that's I feel like the movie really takes a spin and says it about art, especially making art. If you want to tap into making something personal and something real, and worth anything, you have to fully open up to some of that shit that, was maybe problematic or was a little bit too much for you as a child, but like
Yeah.
that's but that's the shit that really struck a chord, and you don't know fully exactly why, but like that's the shit, you're chasing that magic from the first one. It's not so academic, it's something much deeper, according to this movie.
Yeah. And for me too, it was like I think just like deconstructing, and I think it's something that, like Schoenbrun does like better than anybody else when they try to do anything like this. When they're like talking about like pulp culture, everybody views it from like a nostalgic lens,
Mm-hmm.
like the glory days, what movies used to be, It's always
Mm-hmm.
like wishy washy, but like Schoenbrun here, like recontextualizing like what that shit did to us, and especially like people like our generation,
Yeah.
what that like how that like mentally affected us, because like I see like a lot of posts online, like people being like, this character was my sexual awakening, and it's like Shigo from Kim Possible, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
and it's just like shit like that, and like other like, yeah, like things we saw like growing up that were not like, I was gonna say like not like explicitly sexual, but again, like this is through the lens of like trashy slasher movies,
Yeah.
where like half of that is the bit, but like again, like it's something like we grow like so attached to it, kind of like overtakes us, and we can't do anything about it. You know,
Yeah.
it feels like there is almost like a noted existentialism to it, but still a little bit of comfort in like, hey, it's what gives us pleasure. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little fucked up, but we're here now. What can we do about it?
Absolutely. uh I also love all the music choices.
Yeah,
Like it's so very like bedroom pop, dreamy. The oneer where little Death goes through the camp slaying people to some pop track or whatever it was.
yeah,
Such like this movie never really is a horror movie at many. I mean, obviously it's horror adjacent in every single way, but it never
like,
really
yeah.
is scary. Uh, I mean, obviously, like some of the blood stuff is hilarious. I mean,
It's
blood
really over the top.
shootings, yeah, like uh, it plays with that vibe really really well. I think, especially when jumping back into the nostalgia of watching the first one, the first Camp Miasma movie within this movie. It all feels very groundbreaking, very
Yeah,
as far as filmmaking goes. Just there's nothing else like it. Really, it's really taken pretty creative swings, I think, and hitting all. I mean,
yeah.
I, I'm so glad I saw this in a theater full of people because it was just constant laughs. I mean, this movie's funny as hell. When it's all like done so intentionally. Uh, I just God, I love it. I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, no, it's going to keep, like, it's movies like this that like are going to keep me coming back to Schoenbrunn anytime they do have a new project in the works. I know it's going to be like something like not only like unique to what's happening, like in context to, like the rest of what's happening in movies, but also like for like considering like most of their movies are very like queer centered. As a cis straight white guy, there is still so much for me to get out of these movies too, from like that like pulp culture internet age
Yeah, totally.
like lens that these movies are also like tackling again like better than everybody else except maybe like Bo Burnham.
Goddamn. Uh, I watched this with Jessie, my girlfriend. She did not watch any movies on VHS growing up. She did not watch slashers growing up. She was not in this space really at all. She was not a fan of this movie. She was, she did not like it. I was just like, it does not surprise me. Like any reference to like sleepaway camp or any Friday the 13th stuff, any of that stuff,
Halloween,
it's just all
like
over her head.
what was it like? New Nightmare by Fright Master Wes Craven. They just repeat
Yeah.
that name like
Yes.
7 times in that scene, like during the
so
Zoom
funny.
call.
I mean, it was just chock full of that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
if you know none of it, I can see why it wouldn't be as entertaining. This thing's kind of like a love letter to that era in a million different ways.
Yeah. And even like
and-
one thing I noticed too, it's like when like a little death is like chasing people around and he sees something like peculiar, he does like the Michael Myers head tilt a little bit. Yeah, it's something like I noticed too. So it's like obviously like more like influenced by like Friday the 13th and like its slasher aesthetic, but it does pull something from like every quarter of that like era of slasher filmmaking.
Yeah, really. I loved it. I think it was built for me. I love it. I have all the Friday the 13th movies on VHS right here and Sleepaway Camp.
Oh my god, have you seen Sleepaway Camp?
Oh yeah, dude, I got on VHS
okay.
right here.
I mean, hey, I got tapes of movies that I haven't seen.
True.
From-
Actually, a few of these I definitely haven't seen. So
Yeah, I can see Mrs. Doubtfire from here. I haven't seen that.
really? Wow.
No.
I mean, I guess you're not missed that much, but good movie.
I mean,
guess.
a Robin Williams classic.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, loved it. You said you went to the theater for something else.
Yeah, I rewatched The Odyssey in 70 millimeter. Nothing too crazy about that rewatch. That one was just, it's still The Odyssey. It's still a big movie. This is the third time I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought so. I saw it in IMAX. Did I say that last episode? I don't think I did.
I know we
drove
talked.
drove way down to the Imagine and went and saw it there. It was so
Yes,
fucking
no,
loud,
we did have
dude.
this conversation because you didn't want to
Yeah.
dox the Imagine Theater you went to.
Yeah. It must. Yeah. So, we went and Jesse needed head earplugs because it was so loud.
Very loud, still loud.
God damn, it was loud.
Me and my wife
great.
are going to Colorado Springs in a couple weeks, and
Oh, nice.
Denver has a 70 millimeter IMAX theater.
Oh.
So we're definitely looking at going again just to see it in like 70 mil IMAX.
That'd be
Because
crazy.
the other closest one is Indianapolis,
Right.
so it's a little fucked up. But we're there in town. We're gonna seize the opportunity. We gotta do it. We both gotta do it.
Would you even consider like just going to see half of the movie? It's 3 hours long. What if you just went and saw it? You've seen the whole thing. You don't need to see the whole thing again.
Yeah, but
Just go see-
my wife's gonna want to watch the whole thing, and I want to see like the Cyclops scene again, and the whole like ending bit where he's talking about Troy again. And those are at the opposite sides of the movie, so I might as well
really?
sit through the whole thing again.
Yeah, you can really only skip the first 20 minutes, I think. I think we talked about that when we first said
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
Some people were saying the first 20 minutes were slow. The second watch definitely was much slower. The first little bit was a lot slower. But also I was dealing with my girlfriend who was like, I need earplugs. And I'm like, I'm not even paying attention to the movie. Freaking Travis Scott banging his stick on the ground was killing my girlfriend. So. Oh, goddamn. But yeah, good movie. So you went and saw that as your two movies. I saw the mystery movie the other day, which was Buddy. Do you know what that is?
I found out about it when you watched it, and then that's when I started seeing ads for it, and that's when I saw it's from the fucking guy who made the Too Many Cooks thing from Adult Swim, which I've never seen, but I was driving a car when my friends watched it in the backseat.
Okay. Nice.
So that's as much exposure to it as I've had. I've been meaning to watch it for a while, but
it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. And honestly, this is like they made a feature length with the same kind of premise,
Yeah,
same
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
like.
The trailer happened before Camp Miasma today too.
Oh, perfect,
So
perfect.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you get the idea. And it's good. It's pretty good. It definitely was fun to watch it with a bunch of people who didn't probably know what it was. Like I
Yeah,
saw the
if it was a
trailer. I
mystery, that's like the craziest mystery movie you could do. Thinking
it,
about it, the only I went
it's
like
great.
the one mystery movie I did was like a fucking rom com that nobody else saw.
Yeah.
So it being like Mr. What was it, Mr. Buddy? I'm the Buddy or whatever.
Yeah, it's Buddy show.
It's
Yeah, it
Buddy,
pops up.
yeah, where it's like
Oh, the way it opens was so cool because it's like it's dark. It sounds like a big scary like oh you're in for something and it's not really showing you anything and then it's just hard cut to 90s kids show and you're like
yeah,
all right, yeah. And it's pretty good. I mean, I really wish it would have dove into like the scarier bits more because it really does play with this is a silly ass movie that kills. This is a orange unicorn killing
yeah,
kids. You know, like this is supposed to be silly, and they definitely lean into that. But then they also lean into the fact that these kids are stuck here. So like there's like this actual psychological horror, very much kind of like Nikki in Obsession, where like she's the real scary bits of that movie were that Nikki was still in there. You know what I mean? Nikki was still uh aware of what's happening. She's maybe in like another realm, you know,
like
whatever,
a, like a
in
Get Out
hell.
situation.
Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of what this buddy movie kind of does. It leans into that, like, oh, these kids are abducted out of their homes,
Mm-hmm.
and then magically their families forget about them. Uh, and but there's like this itch in the back of the main character's mom's head, like something's missing. Something's
Yeah.
missing. It's like, yeah, your whole entire child. Uh, and that kind of stuff actually was kind of spooky and like actually made for a good horror movie, but like most of it kind of fell flat.
Sure.
But it was fun. I mean, it pulled off being Too Many Cooks esque, crazy high concept thing for 90 plus minutes. So kudos to them. I mean, I'd throw. I think I wrote this, but I'd throw it on again, like with a group in the same way that I've thrown on Too Many Cooks. Like I would throw this shit on with a group
Just
of
see what
four
happens.
people. You can talk over it, kind of. You can, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, am I watching just a kids show or is this kind of fucked up? And
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. There's a beauty in that. So I don't know. 3 out of 5.
Sure. Yeah.
What else? You see anything else?
Nothing new, but I do have a funny story about two movies I watched on Tubi.
Tubi.
Tubi, yeah, the people's streaming service. A lot of pro data center ads on Tubi, by the way. I've been noticing.
Oh,
You know, yeah,
interesting.
all
Gotta get your
from
money.
all from North Carolina. So they're like, it's definitely like their GOP body paying for it. But you know, it's like I think I might have something to say. I think I might have to say something about this.
I'm gonna have to complain to somebody who won't
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. But
Well,
anyway,
cool. What you been watching?
I I watched. I was going to watch Michael Mann's Thief for the first time. Michael Mann's like a blind spot director for me. I haven't seen any of his movies. He directed like
Either.
Heat. He's like one of those like man directors. He directed like Heat, Miami Vice, Collateral. A lot of like dude bro movies, and I haven't seen any of them. So I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Thief with James Caan tonight.
Okay.
And I'm scrolling through Tubi, see if I can just scroll to it so I don't have to search it up. And I scroll past a movie that I immediately watch instead, called L.A. AIDS Jabber
What the
from
fuck?
1994. Yeah, it's a shot on video slasher about a guy who gets diagnosed with AIDS, but he's also kind of an incel and just has a kill list ready to go. He gets into a fight with his boss and he was like, as soon as he's done getting yelled, he's like, I'm putting him on my list, and then he scribbles his name on like a piece of paper. This is
Okay.
before he becomes the AIDS jabber, so he just has this on hand ready to go in case he gets slighted by someone he hates.
Oh god.
So then he gets diagnosed with AIDS, and his solution to take out his anger on the world is to stab people with syringes that have his AIDS blood and then give them AIDS. And somehow the cops can't figure out who's doing it. The two detectives in this movie fucking hate each other so much. And it's like it's supposed to be written, I think, where it's like funny haha banter, but it just feels like they just have so much disdain for each other.
Nice.
So like they can't figure out who's like giving people AIDS, even though like the AIDS jabber doesn't wear any costume. He just does it with everybody seeing his face, and his thing is he leaves AIDS blood everywhere, including the syringes that still have his blood in it. And the like doctor who told him, "Hey, you have AIDS," also knows he's kind of a psychopath, but doesn't call the cops in on him for some reason, because he's like, he's under so much stress already. And then the movie ends with the reveal that he never actually had AIDS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get like the cops get a phone call. It's like, wait, don't kill him. He doesn't have AIDS. He doesn't need to do this. It was like 75 minutes.
Was it worth watching?
It's a terrible movie, but it's the first the first 30 minutes are just really funny on concept alone, and bad acting because he's like, now you have AIDS, and it's just funny in that way.
Yeah.
But the next night I watched Michael Mann's Thief, and that was a way better movie. That one blew my dick off. Yeah, that is. It's
really?
one. It's just about a guy who's good at stealing stuff, and like the cops are on him a little bit, but during the final heist, he managed to get the cops to follow a bus to Iowa, so he's able to just do the heist uninterrupted, and it's the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no tension whatsoever in like when he's stealing stuff, because he's just so good at his job, and it's that kind of movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thief.
Really good, a really fucking good first watch for the year, I think.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. Tubi.
Yeah, it's also on Tubi.
Hell yeah. I last night I went and saw The End of Oak Street.
Tell me about that. I've heard a lot of things that it's fun.
You know what? I heard a lot of those things too, and it's a new dinosaur movie with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway as the leads.
Yes.
That sounds pretty great, but it wasn't. It was not. Actually, did not enjoy it much at all, and I was kind of bummed by that because it's like it should be super simple.
Sure.
And I don't think I'm a guy who doesn't, know how to have fun or whatever. However, I was just like this. I'm bored by this. I'm bored by the dinosaur movie, which is blowing my mind because it's on paper this should be great, but I just wasn't. I just wasn't tapped in at all. It was some good-looking dinosaurs, I guess, but it was. There was split diopter shots in the whole fucking thing, like everywhere.
Speaking of fucking split diopter, they did the bit in Camp Miasma.
Yes,
where they're watching the movie and Chris just goes like leans over like split diopter, and I felt personally called out because I do that to my wife all the fucking time.
And then later in the movie in Miasma, they have a shot that's I think outside where it's a split diopter.
Outside the gas station. They from the final shot of the original movie. Yeah.
I was in a theater full of people, and I heard multiple people whisper "split diopter."
It's awesome.
And I'm like, let's go.
That's what's supposed to happen.
That's what's supposed. So you did it. You did it. The movie knew. But yeah. Anyway, End of Oak Street.
End of Oak Street. Split diopters in that movie.
And even honestly, I thought I brought Jessie to this one too. I thought she was gonna like it. She didn't like Miasma, but she, anybody can enjoy a monster movie. I thought it was gonna be a home run, but neither of us liked it. We were both kind of just bored. So whatever. I think we're the outliers though, because everyone else is just like, yeah, fun. It's really good. And
yeah,
like, well,
I was excited to hear the director was making it because he did Under the Silver Lake like 10 years ago, and then got put in director jail for it. So this is his first movie back. And it seems to be getting like really good reactions. Just everybody being like, "This is like Spielberg entertainment that we need so Spielberg doesn't have to keep doing it.
Oh yeah, and it's Spielberg coded as fuck.
Yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, and then like it's not just because it's dinosaurs either. It just
It has that family adventure
it's
whimsy.
got comfort ass movie written all over it.
Yeah.
And not in like a new exciting way, just like this is the way that we know that it works. So
Yeah.
whatever. It's the guy who made It Follows, right?
Yeah.
Directed this. That's a great movie.
It's one I really want to rewatch too. I might have to.
Yeah.
He's doing They Follow now.
Yeah.
I think
I think that's about that.
That's why they let him out of director jail. It's like, if you do It Follows 2, we'll let you out. And he's like, fine, I'll do it.
Okay, so I'm so confused because I could have sworn I thought there was going to be a sequel to It Follows.
Yes.
And then there's this movie called It Ends, which I thought was the sequel.
Ah.
I looked it up, and I was like, no, they're not connected at all. So then in my brain, I was like, okay, there is no sequel. But now you're telling me I'm just misinformed. There is a sequel. It's just not called It Ends.
It's called They Follow.
Makes more sense. All right,
Yes.
It Ends is coming out this week too, I think.
Yeah.
All right, that's all movies I've seen.
I think that's all I wanted to talk about too. I haven't seen much of anything else except for this episode's main topic movie, Mood Indigo by Michel Gondry. What did you think
Michelle?
of?
Okay.
I'm still going with Michael, but I heard director Boots Riley say Michelle.
I heard somebody say Michelle as well. That rhymes. I did not like this movie.
Really?
As much whimsy as it has and stuff like that, which is fun. It's like overall, I was not about it. It took me a bit to really finally decide that I didn't like it because it's fun throughout like the beginning, especially.
Yeah.
And if you've seen the movie, obviously, you know that it goes from fun and whimsical, and then pretty quickly devolves into like sad and bleak and terrible, and then it ends.
Yeah.
So like it starts like Cat in the Hat ass whimsy though, like over the top. I mean, and I didn't hate that at first. The long leg dancing was something. Like I didn't hate all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But the movie really didn't fucking have a good plot, I don't think. And if it did, it was buried underneath the absurdism, and there wasn't anything for me to chew on, I don't think.
Sure.
As far as a plot, like these two people fall in love, and she dies, and then am I missing something?
I don't think you are.
Something.
I don't think you are, because it is very like matter of fact. It's like plotting. It is just like like tragic love story. Things were going so good. Now, there's a brutal brutal. I don't want to say like cynicism to it, to the way that it ends too. It might be, but like. Yeah, it does, like, it's...
Everyone dies. Everyone, but multiple people die.
Yeah. The thing for me...
I had to rewatch it, because I didn't understand... It's like almost a montage at the end, and, like, people are getting shot, some people are shooting themselves in the head and shit. I'm like, what, did I miss something?
Yeah.
And no, it just goes that fast.
Yeah. I'll say this, I liked it. I did like the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed what I was being shown, but I will say the French whimsy to this thing is out of control in a way that I kind of do appreciate, but also find very annoying.
Yeah.
Because there is just so many contraptions and doohickeys that make no sense, and that's the point. It is just French whimsy. There's this other movie I watched that I also liked that was like a French comedy called Smoking Causes Coughing. I don't know if I talked about it on the show or if I saw it before we started doing this, but it's another French comedy about like a group of superheroes named after like cigarette chemicals, and they're supposed to stop people from smoking.
Okay.
And they don't do any hero stuff at all. They just tell each other campfire stories for 90 minutes, and each campfire story is also so stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I had a lot of fun watching that one. And it gave, like, that movie's whimsy matched this movie's whimsy quite a lot. But here, again, it is so dialed up to where I am laughing at some of the stuff that's happening. But
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
giving me no time to, like, focus it on, you know, like, anything, like, deeper than what I'm being, like, shown immediately with her, like, getting sick and all that stuff.
It was hard to follow, for real, for me. I don't know. I mean, I smoke a lot of weed, so I mean, there's that.
I try not to smoke weed and watch foreign films because I can't read good, like, normal.
Well, I think this one is just going to be hard to follow, in general as well. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was the end. The end was too much. I watched it twice. I watched the end twice, and it just doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't. It just ends. She dies and it's just done. And then the bit with the funeral was kind of funny. It was kind of a long, elongated bit with her in the casket.
And like the what's his name? The funeral home director's like, this is going to be a terrible funeral. And it cuts to them shoving her casket out the bedroom window.
Yeah. There was definitely a lot to, like, appreciate in that, you know. And, like, I can see liking this movie for so many reasons: set design and imagination, and all that stuff, and just, I mean, music and vibe and actual filmmaking. It's all there. It's all fine, but, like, it's such a nothing to me. It didn't do anything. It was almost like a slap in the face that it was so non-ending ish.
Sure.
Maybe that was the point, and it's based off a book, so I shouldn't even, like, fault it too much. I mean, that's probably what happens in the book, but
you know what? If it happens in the book and you hate it, that's, you know, not that's still, like, the narrative's fault. You know, we're a movie podcast first. We don't talk about no books.
That's true. Absurdist book made into an absurdist movie is weird. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I liked. Let me think of other things I liked. I liked the mouse character in the house.
Yeah.
He was fun. I liked the strings as representation of light coming through windows. I thought, like, some of that stuff was really imaginative.
I liked the alarm clock, like the
alarm clock that they kept smashing.
Timer. Yeah, like the first time they have, like, I think the best way to, like, talk about the positives is just to talk about all the contraptions, because it is very creative. He is, like,
definitely.
God, I don't know the character's name. He's like the cook and the butler. Nicholas.
Sure.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Yeah.
He's like watching, like, a cooking video, but he's interacting with the guy in the cooking video, and they're, like, passing each other stuff.
Right.
And then when the kitchen timer goes off, he, like, smashes it with, like, a sledgehammer. And the guy in the video is like, "Oh, what's the matter with you?" And he's like, Nicholas looks at him, he's like, "Don't worry, it didn't suffer." Which I thought that was funny, and they keep doing, like, other bits, like, with the kitchen timer, like, throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And for as many, like, crazy doohickeys they have, like, they got, like, the cocktail piano, they got all this stuff. The way they do dishes is they just shove them off the table, which I found to be really fucking funny.
Yeah.
That made me laugh a lot, because, again, like, you've got so many doodads and things moving around, and, like, so many inventive, like, machines to do, like, fucking look up a restaurant, you know? They have to, like, call somebody, and they spin a wheel, and maybe you'll get what you want. And then to do the dishes, they just get a fucking, like, floor squeegee and just shove them off the table to shatter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's again part of, like, the French whimsy that I really did enjoy, and then a lot of it else. And again, like, there's, like, the scene where they're, like, on their honeymoon, and half the screen is raining and the other half is during the day. And I was just thinking, like, maybe they were given, like, 2 days to film, and one day it was just dog shit weather, and they just went with it anyway. you know, or if maybe that was just the idea going into it.
Seemed pretty purposeful.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and so here's another random little scene towards the end where he needed to buy her all those flowers. He goes to like this flower shop that has like this rotating flower
Yeah.
like Rolodex thing. That scene is like a decent little chunk of time, and it doesn't like really further the plot any. Like it was interesting to look at, and it's like, yeah, but then like it doesn't. It's just like a lot of that. It's a lot of showing us something that's inconsequential, like, oh look, he's buying flowers, but like we need to really show like this whole intricate, crazy thing. Uh, but it doesn't add anything or say anything or
Yeah.
anything. It's just kind of fun to look at.
Yeah. And then for some reason, it's really depressing at the end.
Yep, very, very depressing. I almost appreciate the end more than the entirety as a whole. 'Cause I feel like, especially watching it twice, uh, it feels very montagey. It feels very bleak, and just like it stays with the music. It doesn't ever like take a break to sit with the character in like this. It's just tragic shit. And then like there's the all the typewriters that are going by that has been throughout the whole movie. You've been seeing this, and it's narrating.
It's
the
narrating,
story.
yeah, it's narrating the movie, and then he's like trying
Gets a
to
job at the
at the
place.
typewriter place, and he's like changing his own narrative. I thought that was great. I really liked that.
That stuff was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was cool.
And then he gets yanked out, and then it's back to his depressing broke life with his dying wife.
Yeah, and the mouse like takes all these like hand-drawn pictures to that place, and then they type all the pages onto those, and then it's a flip book of their life going up in the thing, and it's a flip book at the very end, and it's like all this shit is happening for no apparent reason. Then it just ends, and I had to watch that twice because I was so confused. I was like, what was the mouse doing? Oh, the mouse was just bringing drawings to the place where they're writing words, and they're going to write the words on top of the drawings to make the book a flip book of, it's just, I wish it made a little more sense, but I guess that's surrealism for you.
Yeah, French surrealism, the worst
Oh,
kind.
fucking, I should have known. I picked this movie and I don't like it.
I mean, it's not every episode we get like a dud. Even though I liked it, I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't like a waste of my time by any means. It was imaginative filmmaking, and I'll take it for that. You know what I mean? It was free on Plex.
I will say too. I saw the listed runtime on Letterboxd is like 2 hours 10 minutes. I was real worried about that. I go to Plex, 94.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I was relieved that I only had a 90-minute French movie instead of a 2+ hour one.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. But, I'm trying to think if there's, like... Because, again, since we've been the ones to pick movies, right, we have not had a lot of duds. Except for, I think the last one was maybe, like, Dagon? Which was also you picked, but you also picked that just blindly, like, off-rip.
Yeah. Or Kangaroo Jack, that was kind of duddish.
Okay, you're right. I did scroll past Kangaroo Jack. I forgot all about that one. I was just, whoops.
Yeah, we try to forget about that one.
Yeah.
Well, shit, before we get to the next pick, should we finish up our little rating here?
Yeah.
A couple quick. Unless you have anything else you want to say about this movie that I think is...
again, like, it's entirely, for me, built on its French-ass whimsy, which can really, like, make or break for it. Again, like, there is, like, a logical reason to think that this shit is so annoying. Yeah. Especially when it does feel so, like, surface-level tragic romance,
Yeah.
So, I mean, like... Again, for as much as I did enjoy it, I do appreciate a lot of it. But again, yeah, there is not like much deeper than that.
Yep, agreed. All right, does it belong on the Weirdo Watchlist? That's the first question.
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
I mean, again, just set design alone, it's you got the whole like. The way they dance with their long legs,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's already a pretty insane thing they do.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely weird in a lot of categories. Not a lot of films like this one. Not a lot of films even have the narrative balls to go from happy whimsy to complete depressed in a very gradient amount. Very, very tapered. Like, let's just get worse and worse and worse and worse, and then when it's not, it can't get any worse. It's over.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely belongs. Okay, what are you gonna give it out of? What are you gonna do? 5 out of 10 out of 20? What do you want to do?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. I'm sorry.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. We're like Ebert and Siskel, except we're not screaming at each other.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. So that means it's now my turn to pick the movie, right? That's we're at that part of the episode. We don't have anything else.
What's that?
We don't have anything else. We've reached this point.
I don't think so. I don't think we have anything else, my friend.
Great. I am here to introduce the next movie we're gonna watch then, which is I've been wanting to rewatch it for a bit, and one of my coworkers saw it in theaters. We're gonna do Jane Shoenbrun's first feature. We're all going to the World's Fair.
We're all going perfect.
You're finally gonna watch it.
Give me a good reason to.
Yeah, but
I can only imagine I'll like it.
Yeah, it's 86 minutes. Reality and fantasy begin to blur when a teenager alone in her attic bedroom immerses herself in a role-playing horror game online. So it's got that internet dread that I lived off of in middle school, so I'm excited to rewatch it.
Fuck yeah, me too. I'm excited to finally check it out.
And then I might rewatch their other documentary. Not other documentary, but they did a Slender Man documentary like 2018, where it's just YouTube clips of like Slender Man stuff people made on the internet. And it's about the internet.
Huh.
It's also really fucking good. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But that will do it for the episode, I think, then. Unless you have something else you want to add.
I got nothing else. No crazy remarks from me at the end. Nothing but kosher PG. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time.
I'll give a halal see you next time if you're going kosher.
Hell yeah, okay, word.
Thank you everybody for watching. Peace be with you, and be sure to watch Jane Shoenbrun's We're All Going to the World's Fair for the next episode. It's on the Criterion channel right now, I think. Otherwise, you can rent it, and I don't know if I have a Blu-ray of it or not, but if I do, I'd be surprised because I don't remember buying one. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and good night.